it's Dare. So today I'm going to teach you all how to accomplish this makeup look. Now it's a little too dark for just day-to-day wear, but if you're going on stage or on camera or having your headshots taken, this is perfect for any of those because the colors are very natural. As you can see, I've used a lot of browns because they complement my skin very well. No crazy colors, but it's natural for those settings so that your features stand out and you look beautiful from afar or on a camera. Enjoy! Alright, first everyone, I'm going to start with some primer. I have the Nivea Men Sensitive Shaving Foam that I like to use as primer, and you put it all over your face. This primer really helps me look very, very matte instead of shiny. Oh, don't forget the lip balm, Burt's Beads, of course. Next, I'm going to start with my Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment by Maybelline New York. And I make it in triangle shapes underneath my eyes, grab that beauty blender, and blend it out. Make sure you go very lightly close to your eyes and press a little harder further out so it makes a nice blended look. Next thing I'm going to grab is this eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to use the darkest color brown for my eyebrows. Now the eyeshadow palette isn't labeled anymore, but honestly you can use any eyeshadow palette as long as you're using a dark brown or some sort of shade that matches your hair color. Now I'm going to use an angled brush that is by Echo, I think this is what it's called. Echo Tools, and it's double-sided, and one side is an angled flat brush. So I'm going to use that to create the shape of my eyebrow. As you can see, it takes me a very long time to get my eyebrows looking the way that I like them. And honestly, if you actually mess up your eyebrows, it's okay. You can just take a Neutrogena face wipe and you can clean up the edges just by going along and recreating the shape you'd like on the end. Now, I'm not an eyebrow pro, so I usually have to go through a few times to touch up the ends of my eyebrows. The next thing I'm using is an e.l.f. palette here. It comes with like a caked dark brown color and a light brown powder that you can use and go over your eyebrows. For me, I like to use it just for the ends, the tail end of my eyebrows, just to make them have a complete flick at the end of my eyebrow, and it makes it stand out a little bit more just because it's a darker color than the eyeshadow. Again, I'm doing the other side with that same flat brush, trying to get that perfect flick at the end and have that fleek look in the front where it's not too penciled in and it looks very natural. As you can see here, it does take me some time to get my eyebrows looking just the way I like them. And then again on this side, I'm going to use that same e.l.f. palette just to touch up the ends a little bit, add a little color and definition to my eyebrows. That way they're looking their best while looking still sort of natural, but just filled in, shaped a little bit, ready to go. Looking fleeked, my friend. Next, I'm going to grab out a brow gel. It's called Brow This Way by Rimmel London. And what you do with this is it's kind of like a mascara wand or a spoolie, and you take it over your eyebrows and it corrects the shape of the hairs. Next, I'm going to grab my other concealer that I have here. It's also by Maybelline New York, and it's called Fit Me in the color 15. And what I do is I put it around my eyebrows, and I use that same Echo tool, but it's the thin, thicker side to help spread it around my eyebrows to make sure they have a perfect shape to them. Making sure you go underneath, trying not to color the hairs, but get as close as you can, and by going over the top and just a little bit in front of the eyebrows so it has that gradual look to it, making your eyebrows look more natural. Then by using your fingers, you're going to go over those same marks that I just did to blend it out. You can use a beauty blender if you'd like, but for me personally, I just like to use my fingers so it looks more natural and it doesn't stand out too much. Then I'm going to go back to my beauty blender here, and I'm going to put my foundation all over my face. Now the color that I'm using is very, very light. If you want to go dark, you start light and then gradually go dark. So this right here that I'm putting on is a very light cream-based foundation. Next, I'm going to switch to my darker foundation, which is by Revlon Color Stay. It's a combination oily one for my skin. It is 370 Toast. And what I do is I put that on the outer sides. As you can see, I'm just dabbing it on, so it's not too much color. Where you want to focus on putting the darker color is on the outside of your face, so it has more of a contoured look. And for me, I like to dab it in on those spots, and then I like to blend it in with the rest of my skin. That way I'm going from light to dark, so I match the rest of my body, which makes it look more natural, less cakey. You just want to make sure that your chin matches your chest is the most important thing, because if it doesn't match, then your face is a different color, whether it's darker or lighter, and it makes you look interesting. Next, I'm going to grab a really big fluffy brush and a powder foundation. Now this one has antiperspirant in it, which helps me keep from sweating. And if you're anything like me, I'm a face sweater. So I'm going to put this spot on the sweatiest parts of my face. I'm putting this foundation on my upper lip, my chin, down by my neck to blend everything in, and my forehead. This is what I like to call the T-zone, which most people know about. But I go over it with a big fluffy brush, and then I put the white powder everywhere. Now I take the regular colored foundation that I use for all over my face, and I place it right in that area where you want to contour. I start there because it's going to be the darkest there regardless, in case if I have too much foundation on the brush. Now I'm going to spread it around so my face is all consistently one color. This can take some time because this brush isn't a huge fluffy brush, but you want your face to be all one color, otherwise one part of your face might stand out more than the others. And we're going to go through and lighten it up a little bit again in just a moment after I spread this color around. Just because I want to keep that consistent tan color that I have going on my body, I want it to look the same on my face. Now I'm going to grab that big fluffy brush again. I'm going to go over it all just to make sure that it's all level and even. Nothing is standing out too much. I'm going to go over that same area where you like to contour at the very end, just to keep those spots dark. Next, I'm going to grab the NYX or NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color of 608 Cottage Cheese, and I'm going to put that right underneath my eyebrows. Then I'm going to go back to that same Echo tool, except for this one is the other side of the flat end brush, and I'm going to put over that a light shade, almost kind of like a toast color or a white color of eyeshadow right over it. So that way it's not super stark white underneath your eyes, but it keeps it nice and shiny. I'm going to put that same color then in the corner of my eye, and I'm going to make a sort of ombre or a gradual look from a light white color to a brown color, which is perfect for me because I have brown eyes, brown hair, and darker skin. Now I'm going to teach you a tip about doing a gradual eye color. What you want to do is start with the lightest colors first, and then grab a fluffier brush, which again, this is the Echo tool. It's going to be on the other side of the brush, and I'm going to use that and put it in the crease of my eye. But when it comes to the center part of your eye where you want the most light, instead of just rubbing it in, you want to gently tap it towards the center, so that way it goes from a brown to a light brown to an even lighter brown to that white color that we put right in the corner of our eyes. That'll make it look more gradual and natural. Oh, so beautiful. Now I'm going to grab my favorite way to make a cat eye flick, which is my tool I have here, the Voluminous Superstar Liquid Eyeliner by L'Oreal Paris. This naturally makes a great cat eye flick just because of the shape. I start from the outside drawing in, and to clean up those lines if you have to, you can go over with a pencil eyeliner. I really try not to because I like to keep it nice and stark black. Next, I'm going to grab my fake eyelashes here. And I don't have a certain kind I like to buy, I just get whatever's cheap and looks natural. Now, what I like to do is after I put my eyelashes on, keeping them very close to my actual eyelashes, is I like to let them sit and dry. And then while I do that, I go back to that same concealer that I used, the Maybelline New York Fit Me concealer, and I make triangles underneath my eyes again. This is just adding a double layer of concealer underneath the one that you put before your foundation, using your beauty blender, blending it out again to draw attention to your eyes, making them look whiter and brighter, keeping those dark circles away, even if you don't get that much sleep. Again, using a beauty blender, you don't want to push too hard. You kind of want to gently bounce it around, but I find I have to apply more pressure closer to my eye and less pressure away from my eye. Next, I'm going to put a light foundation over where I just spread my concealer. Now what this is going to do is it's going to create a baked look and a more gradual face color. Then while that's drying, I'm going to go back, since my eyelashes are dry, with the Voluminous Mascara by L'Oreal Paris, and I'm going to connect my eyelashes with the fake lashes. Perfect. Then I'm going to take my brush, a fluffy brush if you have one, and I'm going to blend it all out so it looks like one consistent color. Keeping my eyes underneath very light and bright, but making sure that everything all blends well. Then I'm going to take an eyeshadow and actually use it as a bronzer, just a lighter bronze, nothing too crazy. I know it sounds kind of strange, but eyeshadow has the best way of separating and blending your face. I don't know how or why, but it just works for me. Then I'm going to use the same color that I used for my eyebrows, and I'm going to put it underneath my eye with that angled brush. Now I do this instead of eyeliner because I have creases underneath my eyes, and usually a pencil or liquid eyeliner will spill into my under eyes. And for me, the eyeshadow stays and it lasts all day. Works very well for me. Ta-da! Then I'm going to grab my bronzer, my actual bronzer here. It's called Glow, and it doesn't have who actually made it. It looks like Millennial Cosmetics. And it's got that light pink color, as you can see, where I'm holding it open. And it's got a little bit of gold in it. I'm going to put that on my cheeks and where I would like to bronze and sculpt out my face. Then I'm going to take blush and put it on the inner corners of where I put the bronzer. Not too much blush, because otherwise it might look a little freaky. Then I'm going to take my lipstick and I'm going to put it on after I take off my chapstick. Now I like to mix two lip colors together just to make it look extra unique, get some more colors in there, give it more of an ombre look to it, and I'm going to line my lips. Now, I feel like what I'm wearing isn't quite appropriate, so I'm going to take this off. I hope you all didn't mind the way that I shot that video. I know it was a little strange looking through the mirror and watching somebody do their makeup, but you all really wanted to see a makeup tutorial, and I haven't done one in so long, so I thought I would shoot it like that and do the best that I can. And I hope that was helpful to you all. Thank you all so much for suggesting that I do a makeup tutorial. It's so great to see you all again this week, and I can't wait to see you again next week. Bye!